The first game of spring training ends in a tie. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Head Stove Mini, and today we're going to recap on the first game of spring training between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Detroit Tigers, as the Phillies and Tigers tie at 6. So the first game of spring training here for the Phillies ends in a tie. Now, guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So if you do have the MLB app, you could have watched this game on the Tigers broadcast. I forgot to mention that a few days ago, and it seems like MLB, because of the shortened spring training and because of the pain they put us through during the lockout, is showing some free games here this spring. So tomorrow's game will be on NBC Sports Philadelphia. If you're in the car, or even if you have a radio in your house, or I guess you can get an app as well, you could listen to Scott Fransky and Larry Anderson. They were there at Publix Field in Lakeland, Florida. So the Phillies and Tigers tie at 6. Kind of an eventful first game of spring training, right? Derek Hall, who just absolutely rakes in spring training. If I could take a look at last year, doesn't really do too great in the regular season, but you know, down there in the minor leagues. But I mean, he absolutely just rakes in spring training. A 2-run shot today. As we jump into the scoring summary here, in the 10th to 3rd inning, Alec Bohm grounds out the third base, and Ortiz comes around to score as the Phillies now take a 1-0 lead. So it was nice to see Alec Bohm over there at third base today. This is a guy, I mean, you go take a look at the Nick Castellanos news, and it seems like maybe John Middleton is content with, you know, possibly having a Schwarber, you know, Castellanos DH/left field, you know, kind of platoon switching in and out. So it looks like Alec Bohm may be manning third base this season, especially now with Chris Bryant going to the Colorado Rockies. I think he needs to get, you know, comfortable over there at third base and improve on his defense. Nice job right here, the RBI ground. Get the job done any way you can. Gets the Phillies on the board first, 1-0. Yet Eduardo Rodriguez on the other side, former Boston Red Sox, making the start for the Detroit Tigers. So we pick it up bottom of the 3rd inning. Aki Badu homers on a fly ball to right center field off of Cam Bedrosian. Name, we saw a lot of the Phillies bullpen last year as the Tigers tie it at 1. So you don't really gonna get too upset about a spring training game as I go back and take a look at last year and videos prior, but this is a guy, ladies and gentlemen, that you know, saw some time in the Phillies bullpen last year, and he's going to be seeing some time out of the Phillies bullpen this year. So I do think it's important that we do hold these guys accountable. They're facing minor league ball players, most of them, of course. And the Tigers will not be done as they go back-to-back. Riley Green homers on a fly ball to left center field, and the Tigers now take a 2-1 lead. So as I said, you have to take a look at Cam Bedrosian. This is a guy who is really not that impressed with him, right? I mean, could his job be in jeopardy here this spring? Definitely. Especially if the Phillies go out and grab a name like a Kenley Jansen or something like that, which seems possible. I tell you, if they go over the luxury tax for Nick Castellanos, and they're in serious talk, according to John Heyman, it's either the Phils or the Marlins. And with the Phils going against the Marlins in the Nick Castellanos sweepstakes, I feel much, much better going with the Phils' chances over the Miami Marlins. And Derek Jeter, a guy who left the Miami Marlins organizations because they were not going to spend money. So why would I believe that they'd spend money now? You know, so I just think Nick Castellanos to the Phillies, I think probably will happen. Apparently he wants to come to an agreement today with a team. So hopefully it's with us, man. I mean, we really do need to go over this luxury tax and just really stack this team up. I'm kind of on that train now, but it's a 2-1 Tigers lead. We pick it up bottom of the 4th inning. I'm surprised that this was marked a single. It was a pretty hard hit ball, I will say that. Former Cincinnati Red Tucker Barnhart, you know, hits a pretty, as I said, a sharp ground ball over to Derek Hall over at first base, and Hall could not handle it, and Spencer Torkinson comes around to score, and it's now 3-1 Detroit. So as I said, Derek Hall over there could not handle it. It was a hard hit ball. I mean, I was not watching it at that time. I was in my car listening to it on the radio, so I did not see it, but it sounded loud, and you know, Scott Fransky even said it was hit hard. Not an easy play for Derek Hall over there at first base, as the Tigers taking another one now, lead by 2. They have a 3-1 lead, and we pick it up top of the 5th inning. Derek Hall makes up for it, ladies and gentlemen, as he homers on a fly ball to right field. A 2-run shot also scores Alec Bohm, and the Phillies now tied at 3. Derek Hall makes up for that. I don't even really call it a mistake. I mean, just that tough play he could not make over at first base. That's how I'm going to word that. You know, nice loud sound off the bat right there, and a nice fly ball to right field that goes over the wall. The Phillies and Tigers knotted at 3. Then we pick it up top of the 6th inning. Simon Matsuzi hits a ground ball double on a fly ball to left center field. And Madison Stokes comes around to score, and the Phillies now take the lead. Now a 4-3 ball game. That was a pretty hard hit ball. I have to say that. So the Phillies now take a 4-3 lead. Then we pick it up bottom of the 6th inning against Tyler Sayre. Cody Clemens homers on a fly ball to right center field as the Tigers now tie it at 4. After Mizuchi hits that ground rule double, then Clemens and the Tigers come back in the bottom of the inning, the solo shot to tie it at 4. It was a back and forth game. It was a lot of drama in the first game of spring training. Let me just tell you, it was a lot of drama. And the Tigers would not be done in that inning as Dylan Dinger doubles on a line drive to right field. Josh Lester comes around to score as the Tigers now take the 5-4 lead. So the Tigers, man, I mean, they have a really, really good, young core there. I mean, with A.J. Ince as the manager, a guy who, in my opinion, should not even be managing a baseball team, and that's something I talked about in November 2020 in that Rage video I made with, him and Alex Cora. I honestly don't think, cheating aside, I don't think he's the worst manager in the world. You had Javi Baez in the offseason. That's a young, good Tigers team over there who's young and up and coming, and you saw it in this game. They have some guys that can hit. I think they're really going to be, good, in that AL Central division, a division that, in my opinion, is kind of weak. You got the Guardians, it's a small market team that's just, probably going to trade Jose Ramirez. They're just going through that phase again. You got the Chicago White Sox who are pretty good, but their farm system has just been depleted. Mostly because a lot of their top prospects they had are now up at the big league level. You have the Kansas City Royals who are rebuilding. You got the Minnesota Twins who just made that weird trade with the Yankees where they got Sanchez and Urshela. To trade away Josh Donaldson, that was a huge W for the Twins, even in my opinion. I mean, I think getting rid of Josh Donaldson, that was just not a good contract. The Yankees, that's a whole other story. I don't know what the heck's going on up there in New York with the New York Yankees, I mean, not a very good division. I think you're going to see the Tigers within the next year or two really, really step it up. And as I said, you saw it in this game. They will not be done here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Zach Short reaches on a fielder's choice by Munoz over at third base as Dylan Dinger comes around to score as the Tigers now take a 6-4 lead. So it extend the lead 6-4. So a 2-run lead for Detroit. And we pick it up top of the 7th inning. Matt Kroon homers on a fly ball to left center field. A 2-run shot also scores Akame. And the Phillies now tie it at 6. So as I said, a very, very back and forth game. So the Phillies, the only team here this afternoon to go yard. And they do it twice. First with Derek Hall, and of course the second one with Matt Kroon. So that is your ball game as the Phillies and Tigers tie at 6. Well, the past 3 years, the Phillies have opened up spring training against the Detroit Tigers, which is very, very interesting. I find that kind of funny, actually. You got to see Juan Rojas hit leadoff today. I love this guy. We did go hitless today, but I just love this guy, right? This is the future out there in center field. This guy just really, really excites me. As I talked about in videos prior, I think he needs to be ranked higher in the top prospects list. I mean, I just love this guy. I cannot wait to see him as the everyday center fielder. We got to see Bryson Scott bat out of the 2-hole. He collects that hit. I tell you what, man, I mean, this guy, every time I talk about it, I mean, this guy just has one of the nicest strokes. I just love watching this guy hit. I mean, he is just unbelievable. I just love him. Boom, collecting the one, and also with the fielder's choice RBI. This is a guy you really have to keep your eye on here in spring training. Looking for a bounce back here in 2022. As I said, with this news with the Phillies likely probably going to get Nick Castellanos. I mean, this is a guy you're going to be seeing man third base now, as I said, especially also with Chris Bryant off the market and with the Colorado Rockies, which is a signing also that just doesn't make any sense. That's a whole other discussion with the Rockies and Chris Bryant. That's just a weird thing. I mean, I guess you can't sleep on the Rockies too much, but definitely a weird thing there. Derek Hall, man, the only hit was a big one. The 2-run shot to right field to also score to Alec Boehm to tie up the game at 3 at that point. So as I said, as I talked about when he hit the home run, this guy does very, very well in spring training. He puts up decent numbers in the minors. Not anything special, but I tell you, when the spring training is going on, boy, he shows up. His bat shows up. for sure. So Mickey Moniak, former first-round pick, goes hitless this afternoon as he gets to start out in right field. We got to see Justin Williams this afternoon as he collected 2 hits. So that was the only guy out of the Phillies lineup today that had a multi-hit game. A nice day for Justin Williams. And Matt Kroon, only one hit. It was a big one, right? The 2-run shot to tie the game at 6. The Phillies would have lost if it was not for Matt Kroon this afternoon. And Nick Maton gets to start at second. And he goes hitless, right? A name that we saw, quite a bit, especially around the, May, April of 2021 for the Phillies. He kind of cooled off, kind of look at the film and kind of figure out who you are. And Ortiz also got 3 ABs this afternoon. He got the start at DH, also scoring one of the 6 runs that the Phillies pushed across the plate this afternoon. You can take a look at Michael Kelly, who got the start this afternoon in the first game of spring training as he goes 2 innings, 1 hit. He didn't allow any runs and walked 1 hitter. It's kind of hard to take a look at a lot of these guys. I mean, they're just not really getting a lot of innings. This is a guy that's just been bouncing around, in the minor leagues, has never made a major league appearance. So I don't really think there's much to be said about Michael Kelly. I just don't. But Cam Bedrosian, not a very good start to the spring, right? I mean, as we talked about, an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, and 2 were earned. But he did collect a strikeout. But yeah, not a very good start for Cam Bedrosian. Not a very good start for Cam Bedrosian. As I said, I mean, his job may be in jeopardy. I'm not really going to get mad about it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. This is not a regular season game. I mean, can I be a little bit disappointed? Yeah, but I mean, this isn't anything serious, ladies and gentlemen. This is not anything serious. I think we all know that. This is spring training. We have to keep it in perspective, but not the best start for Cam Bedrosian. It's a funny thing, Scott Francie was talking about it today. He said about how there's a requirement where in big league camp that, when they're traveling on the road, they have to bring a certain amount of big league players. I guess that rule's been kind of just thrown by the wayside here this spring because there's hardly any, big league players we saw today. Of course, Alec Boehm, pretty much the only guy that we saw. And of course Cam Bedrosian also is just, another name, but Nick Maton, a guy that kind of went up and down last season, spent some time in AAA, and then he came back up to the Phils. So tomorrow, our first home game, it will be televised, and we're playing the Blue Jays. Oh boy, get ready for a loss tomorrow afternoon. We lost every single game we played against the Blue Jays last spring training. If you did not know that, we absolutely got crushed. 1-5 the first pitch tomorrow. Aaron Nola takes the mound. So let's go. We're probably going to be seeing maybe Bryce. I mean, I'm not too sure. Kyle Schwarber probably will not be ready to play until probably late next week. I think the deal is probably going to be finalized maybe, probably tomorrow. It's been a little while now. And Nick Castellanos, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. And if you go over that tax, might as well snag Kelly Jansen while you're at it. Solidify the closer spot. So the Phillies' first game of spring training ends in a tie as they take on the Toronto Blue Jays tomorrow at 1:05. Aaron Nola takes the mound. So this probably would have been Zach Wheeler's start, but very disappointing to see what he's been going through so far here in 2022. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please share notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media. The link in the description section at Phillies Hot Stove Media, Instagram, TikTok, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at PHotStove Media. Call or text 267-225-3292. Email me, PhilliesHotStoveMedia@gmail.com. I will see you all tomorrow afternoon, maybe doing a live stream. I mean, the game's going to be on TV. Probably going to do a live stream of some sort. I'm not really too sure yet. Details to follow, but I'd like to do a live stream, an in-game reaction live stream since the game will be televised tomorrow, and then the game recap. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phil. So, see you guys.